Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the AM Report for HAPS News, the network of now. I am Alex Mahajer. It is Thursday, December 31st, 2020. Oh my God, we've made it. It's New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. It's fun. 2020 is finally over, and thank the gods above. Today's final episode of the year, I'll be joined by Brad Bailey. He's a freelance journalist. He's going to join me to discuss Georgia. He's on the ground in Georgia. We're going to talk about the Senate runoff election there. We're going to cover all of today's top headlines and more this morning on the AM Report. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the program. If you're watching on the HAPS app, website, or platform, click the award button. Let us know you're enjoying it. It'll pop up live right here above me. Or if you're watching on Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, wherever you're watching, leave a comment, bat around with us live on air. Let us know what you're thinking. A lot of people joining already this morning. I want to say good morning to you all. Thank you for watching the program this morning. Hello, hello, hello. Happy almost New Year, says Peter Bittner. We've got people joining from St. John. I was there in January, just before the pandemic. So it's good to see you. Hello, St. John. Hello from Las Vegas. Hello from Edinburgh. We've got a global presence on this morning's show. So thank you so much for joining. And a Super Clap Award. Thank you so much for the Super Clap Award. And it should pop up right here in just a second. We've got a lot of headlines to cover, and I'm going to be joined in just a moment by Brad Bailey. And we're going to talk about Georgia, but a couple of headlines to cover this morning as we go into the new year. Mitch McConnell. Mitch, better have my money. Pay me what you owe me. Mitch McConnell single-handedly blocks $2,000 direct aid payments. And he said on Wednesday, there's, quote, no realistic path for the Senate to pass a standalone bill that expands the direct stimulus payments to $2,000. He killed it. Didn't provide a justification for why. And Georgia, are you listening? January 5th, you've got a special election coming up. This is what you get with the current GOP Senate in place. Remember, the 6th of January, gunpowder, treason, and plot. GOP Senator Josh Hawley, how do you say his last name? I'm not sure, of Missouri, has announced that he is going to object to certifying the election results when Congress meets on January 6th to certify the Electoral College vote. And even his own colleagues like Ben Sasse, Republican from Nebraska, have spoken out against this, saying that it's a dangerous ploy, that it hurts democracy, and that it's harmful to our institutions. And yet he is doing the bidding of the president. This is what the president wanted. And he found a Senate, a lackey in the Senate to do his bidding for him. COVID-19 vaccine distribution is off to a slow start, with only 3.05 million Americans having received it as of yesterday evening. The goal was originally to immunize 20 million Americans by the end of the year. So that we've fallen far short. And it's by and large because Operation Warp Speed, which is the federal agency tasked with a ridiculous name that's tasked with distributing this vaccine to the states and localities, has sort of dropped the ball as per the usual. And they're putting it on states now to figure out how they're going to get these vaccines distributed instead of oversee the process as per usual. A bungled coronavirus policy by the Trump administration. And I'll note the death toll this morning is more than 341,000 Americans. And health officials are asking us to not congregate tonight on New Year's Eve. Please stay safe. Let's get through this. Steel your spines, as the president-elect Joe Biden has said. Steel your spines, and let's get through the next few months and try to minimize the impact to our public health officials. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Brad Bailey to the program. Brad Bailey is a freelance journalist. He's based in Georgia, and he's been observing a lot of the on the ground action here ahead of the Senate runoff elections. Welcome to the program, Brad.
Nice to see you, Alex. I hope all things are well. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, Brad, I keep wanting to call you Bill Bailey because do you know that song, Won't You Come Home, Bill Bailey?
I've heard it
Won't
all
you
my
come
life.
home?
I've heard it all my life. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so
I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
So every time I say your name, I have to pause and be like, wait, no, not Bill Bailey, Brad Bailey. But thank you for joining the program.
It started in junior high when people remembered it, but even now, a couple decades later, people still remember it. So it's okay.
So, Brad, you've been on the ground in Georgia, sort of observing what's going on ahead of the Senate runoff election. What are your observations as we close out 2020 about the state of the race in Georgia?
Well, it's been interesting. It's been I think it's one of the most intense political experiences I've ever seen. I've been here on the ground for 2 weeks actually. I was here just after the I was here during the election, just after the election, and then I'm here again now. So I've been here almost full time, and it's been exhausting. It's been intense, and I've been following the candidates around the state, and the amount of political ads, the amount of campaign calls, the amount of just political there's a thickness in the atmosphere here in Georgia with the election, and everyone's talking about it. For example, 2 million people have already voted, and I think it's a third of all Georgia voters have already voted. Early voting ended yesterday, so people didn't get a chance to vote to do that, and so they're going to have to again wait till January 5th. And the mobilization down here, especially with African American voters, has been intense. I think it's been one of the, if not the largest mobilization drive